What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red River Aviation. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. And today we have a Tulsa International Airport update for October 2019. Hope you guys are excited for this video. I'm sorry that the thumbnail was sunny. That was taken yesterday, but unfortunately I wasn't able to record. I was just able to get a quick snapshot for it. A good thumbnail. Today it went from 80 degrees yesterday to 45 today. Real feels 30 degrees. 20 mile an hour north wind plus cold rain is what we're dealing with. I know in West Oklahoma and into Texas they're having snow right now, and we've had rain all day, so it's been very cold here. But yeah, that explains the lighting, so I'm sorry about that. But anyways, besides that, we're leading into a Tulsa update. So today I don't think there's really anything new. There's no new models that I can see off the top of my head. The only thing I did was I did bring the cargo terminal to Tulsa. I know that's not the best place to put it, but I thought that would be nice to have it at least and add something into the airport. So hope you guys are excited for today's video. If you guys are, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. With all that being said, we're going to get started. So yesterday, hopefully the trip report went out. If not, this is my backup plan to go out Friday. So hopefully this comes out Saturday. Trip report came out yesterday, so if you haven't checked that out, and it is out, if it is, please go check that out. But anyways, you have that, and then next Monday will be Reno update, and then the following Friday, which will be November 1st, which, yes, we're into November. I did get the November calendar set. It'll be an early storyline update for November, so I hope you guys are excited for that. There's a lot coming next month. There'll be, I think, one Saturday upload possibly. I haven't looked yet. Hopefully there's an extra video, another Psycho 8 week or something. But yeah, with all that being said, we're going to get started. We're going to start over here with Southwest. So, good news is, it's not here yet, but I did get a Delta Airlines Bombardier CRJ-900 for a whopping $110. So I'm very excited about that. It's a model I've wanted for a very long time. It would be great for this update, but we'll make do with what we have. So anyways, loading up at B1, we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Maryland 1 paint scheme. Currently loading up passengers with service out to Phoenix Sky Harbor after arrival from Houston Hobby today. Really like this model. There's another one on eBay if this video comes out and you guys are looking for it. It's at a good price right now, but it'll probably raise. So hopefully one of you guys ends up going to get it. If not, whoever ends up winning it, congratulations to you if you ever end up watching this. But I'm glad I have mine. I got it for $96, I believe. Next up, we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Heart 1 livery. He's current, or not necessarily Heart 1, but the Heart livery. He's currently loading up passengers with service out to Dallas Love Field after arrival from St. Louis. Really like this model. I wish that they would come up on eBay more often. I think there is a few blue boxes for around $100, and there may be a Gemini for $150, which I'm not going to pay that for this model, even though it would be killer to have. Hopefully I'm able to get my hands on it soon. We'll have to see. Next up, we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. He's currently loading up passengers with service out to Las Vegas today after arrival from Denver, Colorado. Another model that I really like and wish that I could find on eBay, but there's one for $150. I was looking today, so it's unfortunate that these models are so expensive and hard to find. Southwest, in my opinion, is by far the hardest airline to find models for. I think you all could agree with me on that. They're very rare and very expensive if you are able to get your hands on them. However, there is some Canyon Blues for like $75, so if you want those before they get repainted, you can go buy yourself some of those. But hopefully Gemini releases something besides Max 8s, because we really do deserve more aircraft. Hopefully NG Models does release something. We'll have to pray on that. But anyways. So over there we have Frontier E320neo. Flower to Hummingbird, I believe. Let's see if this will have enough range. Yeah, Flower to Hummingbird. He's currently loading up passengers today with service out to Denver, Colorado, which is our only year-round flight. Orlando seasonal. Once again, we did have San Jose, San Antonio, Washington Dulles. Do we have any more? And San Diego at one time. San Diego was the first to be cut, and then after the summer 2018. San Jose and Washington Dulles were cut, and then San Antonio was cut at the same time. So it was kind of unfortunate to see those go, but it was definitely nice to have it for the time that we did. Hopefully Frontier looks to expand at some point soon. Next up, we have Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Canyon Blue paint scheme. Trying to get the most out of these before they all get repainted, which I have no clue when that's going to be, but the tripod looks off, so let me see if... Here, sorry about the delay. Okay. He's currently taxiing in. He's going to take one of these gates. He came in from, I already said, Denver, Phoenix, St. Louis, Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas. Surely I didn't have an etched to model. There should be another flight that I'm missing. I think I got all of them. There should be 7 routes. I'm gonna have to look. I'm sorry about the delay, guys. Here we go. Dallas, Phil, Denver, Houston, Hobby, Las Vegas, Phoenix, St. Louis. So there is 6. So the seasonal Orlando flight is over. So I don't know why that's still on there, but yeah, we'll just say he came in from Dallas, Phil, and will be heading out to St. Louis. So just a little extra flight for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Next up, we have United Boeing 737-700 loading up with service out to Houston IH. This is the night flight. Of course, they have all the RJs during the day, and this flight comes in late at night and leaves early in the morning. I have no clue if the operation is going to change on it, but usually it's 737-700s, but it's varied between 800s, 900s, A319s, and A320s. So we'll just have to see where it goes from here, but hopefully it's 800. I'd love to feature the new livery again, but yeah, it's still a very nice model. I'm glad to have it. Next up, we have United Airbus A320. He's loading up service up to Denver, Colorado. This is usually always A320s, but once again, it's been 737, 800s, 900s, and A319s as well. So they're kind of fluctuate. I could throw in a 900, and it would be, in my opinion, totally realistic, but still super duper cool though. Unfortunately, the Velocity models, this model right here that I've had, has got pretty beat up. Lost its nose wheel, the left engine, the engine in front of you guys. I've had to glue that back on. So hopefully, maybe I can come across, or I need to get the new livery Aero Classics A320. That's one of my goals for Christmas, is to get that and a handful of other planes. Christmas is coming up, and with this weather, it definitely feels like Christmas. We literally went from summer to winter here in Oklahoma, and probably in the surrounding areas. Probably feels like that too, but hopefully you guys are enjoying your weather wherever you are. Definitely missing the sun right now. It would be great for this update, but gonna have to make do with what we have. So United Airbus E320 service out to Denver, Colorado. Next up, you have United Embraer 175. He's heading out to Chicago O'Hare today. This is usually CRJ 200s and Embraer 145s, and then we'll get our occasional Embraer 175 here and there on it. Some days it's the Embraer 175 on the night flights, so I did put that in for this update. So it's definitely nice to have it, but yeah, nevertheless, United Embraer 175 service out to Chicago O'Hare. Excuse me. B4 obviously is never used anymore. It was Allegiance Gate till they moved over to Terminal A. So, and it was Vita Air's Gate till they ceased operations. So maybe one day Alaska or somebody will come in. That's the only jet bridge that's not being used at the moment on a regular basis. So we'll have to see what happens with B4. And then B2, the last time it was used was Frontier's original operations on their CRJ-700s back in 2008-ish. I think that lasted from around 2007 to 9 or so. I have absolutely no clue the exact details, but it was around that range. I know that for sure. Currently loading up at A3, we have an Elite Airbus E320. He's currently loading up passenger service out to Orlando, Sanford. I do want to get a new livery at some point, but this is kind of working fine, so I haven't had an urge to get it. Plus Allegiant, you can't really, I mean, they're not the best airline in the world if we're being completely honest. Multiple delays, so we'll see if I'm able to get a new livery. It probably will be a 319 if I do, to keep the A320 still fluctuating into updates, but I doubt they're going to get them all repainted. But it's kind of interesting how Allegiant's gone from having the German airline, I believe, I forgot exactly what it was, which airline they had with the half Allegiant and the rest of the livery being that airline, to now having the special Dolphin livery, I believe is what it was. But yeah, that would be a cool release for sure, but it probably won't last. They'll probably repaint it or something. But anyways, nevertheless, we will go to American. American Eagle number 175, he's currently pushing back with service out to Chicago O'Hare today on the 6:30 arrival. This is going to be a Los Angeles flight, my bad. Los Angeles departure, this flight comes in first, and the Chicago flight comes in about half hour later. Usually it doesn't take too long to turn around these Embraer 175s, so yeah, it works out perfectly. The other Embraer 175s over there taxing in. So he's pushing back with service out to Chicago. 3 daily Embraer 175s. Hopefully we can get back to mainline soon on that, but as of right now, it's going to be Embraer 175s. So making do with what we have. Sometimes here and there it will be a 737 on this flight, but usually it's the Embraer 175. Speaking of Embraer 175s, here we have an American Eagle Embraer 175. He's currently arriving in from Chicago. Sorry, I'm in Los Angeles for that departure. He's heading out to. He came in from Chicago here and will be making the return flight. That's what I meant. Los Angeles currently is 1 daily Embraer 175, but in the winter for about a month we'll have 2 daily, so that's cool. The first flight in that period will be a 2 o'clock arrival, and then the same flight that you're seeing right now will remain. But anyways, this Embraer 175 is coming in from Chicago here once again. 3 daily Embraer 175s on that flight, so very cool. Now this is kind of tough since this is the first ever update of Tulsa with no McDonnell MD-80s whatsoever. We have 3 737s and an A319. I really don't know how to describe it, but that's kind of the world we live in now. Those 2 MD-80s are still here at Tulsa. I thought about putting them out, but it completely slipped my mind. N9621 Alpha and November 501 Alpha Alpha. 9621 was in the hangar, I believe, last week, so maybe that's a sign of maybe they're getting ready to go somewhere. I have no clue. I just saw it on the Facebook group, or they're having a family day or something. I forgot exactly what it was. I'll get some run time here. I'll take a look at what exactly it was, because this is probably not even to 10 minutes yet. Well, we are at 12, so I take that back. But AA MD-80 group, highly recommend you go join it if you are into the MD-80s in general. Now looking here. So it was here, or it may be in the comments. Maybe in the comments of that post. Let me look. They are buffering 2 for Family Day at Tulsa. Or that's what it said, right? Family. Let me make sure I got that right. Family Day. So yes, they are there for Family Day. Maybe that will be it, and then they'll leave after that. But I'm definitely going to go see them when they do, as long as I'm not in an event or in a situation where I cannot find a way to get out of it and go see them. But as of right now, I plan to stop whatever I'm doing, regardless if it's school or not, and be there. So anyways, American Airlines service E318. He's currently loading me up with service out to Dallas-Fort Worth. So this is one of the 3 Dallas flights that I have here, so I'll just go over some of the Dallas arrivals here. So just a moment on this cold Thursday gloomy afternoon. Well, the Dallas flight got canceled as I speak, but anyways, so the 740 arrivals A2400, it's Airbus A319. 930 arrivals A1446, a flight that I took many times. Boeing 737-800, and then AA267, which was the MD-80 on that one flight. But anyways, it's usually 737 always, as it is today. So tomorrow an A319 is coming from Orlando on Allegiant. Delta CRJ900, glad I finally got it. Minneapolis, that's what I really wanted CRJ900 for. Anything interesting? Manchester arrival on an AA763, that's awesome. I do want to get a hangar to represent some of that, because I know it would be cool. Hopefully I can find a way to do that. Maybe get a small maintenance section board. Clover to Deer Fun, the new Deer Fun, taking over for Chloe. The A319 it was, and now it's A320neo. It's coming in at $219. Anything else interesting? Las Vegas A319 at 3 o'clock. 717 from Atlanta at 3 o'clock. Minneapolis CRJ900, Salt Lake City Embraer 175 Delta. Charlotte's always a 737 on the second flight. Hopefully we get an upgrade on the first flight, but we'll have to see. Denver's the A320 tomorrow, and then since it's Friday, the Houston flight's CRJ200, but today it's a 737-700 N24736 if you were curious. But anyways, so American Airlines Airbus E318 currently loading up passengers service out to Dallas-Fort Worth A2400. Next up, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. He just arrived from Dallas Fort Worth too, as A1446. Or that's probably not very realistic. So what would have been more realistic, actually. No, that actually does work because the plane at A10, the hardstand non-jet bridge gate, will be the Charlotte flight. So, anyways, A1466 serves up to Dallas Fort Worth tomorrow morning. A319 leaves at 8. This flight leaves at 6:30, I think. Well, yeah, because I'm trying to think, because I know that A319 or Embraer 175 leaves at, well, why am I getting this all? No, I'm thinking the Embraer 175 that comes in on the morning flight that goes back to Chicago at 9:17, but a Chicago arrival goes back at 5 o'clock. Yes, Embraer 175. So 1, 2. So what did they end up doing with that etch to 7? Does that 737 always stay tonight and usually? Take a look. Now we're flying in maintenance LUS aircraft, so that's very cool. Okay, I'm very confused. I'm sorry. So what does? I'm sorry that this is gonna take so long, but I'm very curious. So 795, 907, and 927. So there's 907. 927, 907. Okay, so there's a 9 o'clock departure. So this is the 9 o'clock departure back to Dallas Fort Worth. So sorry about that little delay. I was just trying to figure that out. Now the camera, I'm just going to scoot over just a little and I go to the other side. Back there at A10, here we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. He's currently he arrived in from Charlotte earlier as A2363, I believe. Could be wrong on that. I'm sorry if I am. But anyways, he arrived from Charlotte. He got moved over to the hard stand, and he will be making a flight back to Charlotte. Or actually, he'll go back to Dallas, and then the TWA, which is over here, which I'll show you guys. Of course, American Airlines Boeing 737-800 TWA retro paint scheme. He's currently loading up passengers. Serves out to Charlotte O'Hare this morning after I was from Dallas Fort Worth last night. So it's kind of interesting how it all works, but they do a good system. So what I was saying was the Chicago Embraer 175 that comes in the night before goes to Dallas, and then another Embraer 175 comes on an 8 o'clock Dallas arrival, and then that flight at about 8:50 goes to Chicago. So it's kind of cool how they make that work. I think it's very fascinating, very interesting, but much cooler than just a straight turnaround, of course. Right there, I know, sorry about the horrible angle. This will be the last time the CRJ 700 will be in an update, as long as the CRJ 900 arrives in one piece. Here we have Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ-700. He's currently coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and will be making a return flight. So excited to get the CRJ 900. It's going to look great. That'll definitely be the highlight of the November update. But yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously, Christmas is here. I hate the weather, but I do really like that. Spending time with family and everything. And of course, new models. What more do I want? I'm dead set on getting some new models on like last Christmas. That's why the channel not necessarily dragged, but it kind of obviously wasn't much new to every update. Plus, with, like I've said multiple times over the last couple of videos, band and football coming to an end, I'll have much more time to work on airports. And I do want to start a new airport. Hopefully I'll get started on that as soon. With band being over, that'll give me my Saturdays back. And football practices should be coming to a close within the month, so that'll give me like 3 more hours after school, believe it or not. And then I'll have an extra hour in the morning not to have to go weight lift in the mornings at 6:45, which will put me back at 8 o'clock for school. So that'll be nice. I'll have more energy throughout the day to hopefully come home and start working on more stuff like I did last year in this similar spot, just no football, which is a huge difference. Right here at A6, here we have a Delta Connection Embraer 170. He's currently loading up. He's going to substitute for an Embraer 175, of course. Let me fix this tripod. It's so frustrating. There we go. Anyways, he's loading up passengers and serves out to Salt Lake City. This is two daily Embraer 175s. So it'll probably be one daily at some point. We'll have to see. But missing Detroit, but the new airport, I'm very excited about it. Hope you guys are too. It's going to be good. I still am trying to decide, but I have a lot of ideas, and something's going to click. So hopefully within the month, but by Christmas. And maybe it's a Christmas themed airport. No, I can't do that. Maybe one off. Storyline may have a lot of Christmas elements in the cutscenes, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. Next update for that's next Friday. Hope you guys are excited for that. Right here, getting ready to push back. Here we have Delta Airlines with Don Dubs MD-88. He's pushing back with service out to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. So this is, I'm going to check just to make sure, but I think we're back to 4 daily flights on this. It was 5 during the summer. Let me take a quick look here. So we have a 9:30 CRJ 900 arrival. We have a 12 o'clock MD-88, 3 o'clock 717. No, it is. So 6 o'clock CRJ 900, and then the 11 o'clock 1040 MD-88. So 2 MD-88s, 2 CRJ 900s, and a 717 will give me 5. So pretty awesome. I love this model. It looks so good. The color is, I mean, you just tell which has been in my collection longer by the looks of the fade on the tail, especially. That's where I really notice it. Plus, it just is so much wider than the other aircraft. I don't know. That's just because it's new or what, but that's awesome. FedEx Express Boeing 757-200 freighter. He's taxiing in from, well, they have with all the ATRs. So that's usually what we get the most of. But let's see where it came in, or what the last FedEx mainline flight was. DC-10 is supposed to be coming in from Memphis tomorrow at 5 a.m. Let me see if there's anything today that's with Cincinnati, DHL. So there was a 757 yesterday from Fort Worth. So he's coming in from Fort Worth. Alliance AFW is the code for that airport, I believe. And he'll be making a flight out to, is he still on the ground maybe? Or did he end up leaving? Did he end up leaving or not? I'm sorry about the delay. I'm just trying to figure out what happened here. And he went back to Fort Worth. So he arrived from Fort Worth and will be making a turnaround flight shortly. FedEx Express Boeing 757-200. Sorry about the horrible angle. UPS Boeing 767-300. I know it's a little unrealistic, but anyways, he's loading up cargo. Sorry, if I said passengers for the 75, I'm sorry. Loading up cargo. Service out to Louisville, subbing in for A300. We haven't got a UPS 767 probably. I don't even know if we have. So it'd be awesome if they had an A300 mold. It would be very realistic for the majority of my airports, including Pensacola, Albuquerque. Does get 767s, but it works, and I'm happy with it. So UPS 767-300 serves out to Louisville. And that concludes our update. Thought it was pretty good. Definitely ran through it within 23 minutes. So I don't know why some of these updates, like, you'd think the storyline would go longer by a lot, but it didn't. I tried to really, my voice is starting to go if you can't tell, but I did run through it. But I got elaborating on that American section. Now it's probably 3 minutes, and then all those other elaborations take some time. But yeah, sorry about the weather. I can't really do much about it. It looks very gloomy outside. Let's see if we can get a decent view on the focus. Yeah, you can kind of tell what we're dealing with. So anyways, what's to come? Like I said, hopefully that trip report came out. If it didn't, it'll be coming out soon. So if that came out, make sure you go check that out. Monday will be Reno Tahoe International Airport on the same board in the same proximity. Hopefully it's sunny when I record that. We do have a lot of new models for that, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. On Friday will be the early Storyline Airport update, and I cannot reveal any more because I want to keep it somewhat some anticipation for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and until the next video, Red River Aviation is signing off.